Hey, what's up everybody? This is Lone Shadow X, Lone Shadow X on Twitch. And today I'm going to give my first ever tutorial video. It's going to be on the Labs OBS, the newest version, current of October 19th, 2018. There's a lot of videos out there on Streamlabs, tutorials, and they just seem to cover different parts, or they'll make a video and they don't explain too much of this and explain that. So I'm going to try and do everything. And this is going to be for people who are just starting out wanting to stream. I've been streaming since April and been using this program probably since about May or June. Very difficult to set up at first, especially since I had no past streaming experience. I didn't know what to do. I have to apologize. This mic is quite shitty, so I gotta deal with it. Hopefully you can hear me. But anyways, let's get into it. As soon as Discord decides to stop notifying me here. Hold on. There we go. Alright. So what you want to do is, well, I have a link in the description of my video to download Streamlabs OBS. And you just click that link in the description, or if you already have it, where are you going to go? Download the beta. Yes, it is still in beta form. After you have that installed, do all that good stuff, open it up, and it's going to ask you to connect to your Twitch, YouTube, or Mixer. I use Twitch, so this is pretty much going to be for Twitch. I don't know if YouTube, if the ingester servers are the same or what, but this is for Twitch. So after you put your login information in and connect everything, it's going to want you to start setting things up. Just skip all that. Skip the setup and everything. Just get your login information in. And that'll send you to this screen, except you're going to have a black screen. It's going to look like this. So once you're here, we're going to do this step by step here. First, start with settings. You want to get these settings right. General tab, there really isn't much here. Pretty self-explanatory. Keep recording when stream stops. Automatically record when streaming. I mean, I have these all off. This, you should just put it as checked if it's not as default already. That will come in handy later. Not much in that one. The next one is stream. You want streaming services and your service, which is what I use here, Twitch, but you got other ones to choose from, and everyone's going to have different options and stuff. So I don't know what they are. I'm familiar with Twitch, so we're doing Twitch. And then Twitch wants you to pick your server. Most of the time it's on auto recommend. You can leave it like that, or you can do what I do, and I will show you that in a second. But first we need a stream key. So you need your stream key. I'll show you how to get that. Go to your Twitch page. Click the drop down menu. Go to dashboard. And scroll down to settings and channel. Right there's your stream key. Don't ever give your stream key out. Don't show it on stream or anything. That is your key. If someone else has it, they can stream from your account. So go over here, copy it, and then you got your stream key. Now before we head back to OBS, I want you to type in Twitch test. Right there. This link will also be in the description of the video. Go ahead and get that and download it and keep it. Keep it saved with all your Twitch stuff. Oh, you know what? I think I already have that installed, so I don't need that. But go ahead and install that. Basically what this is, everyone's heard of Speed Test or Test My Net, which are good programs, but that's basing it off of their servers. This program will base your internet speed and that against the Twitch servers that you will be using. So that's why this is helpful. So go ahead and put your stream key there. Just put it in there and then open up the program. I like to keep everything organized here. Gaming programs, Twitch test. Okay. Alright, and you should still have the stream key copied. Put the stream key in here. Make sure these are set. 10 Smiths. I mean, you can do really anything, but a short 10 seconds is all you need. Click the country you're in. I'm in America. Scroll down this list slowly and make sure that, okay, well, Canada, Mexico, I don't want. So I will unclick them. I'm on the east coast of the United States, so I don't need these. Virginia is my backup server that I use. Don't use Georgia, don't use Chicago. New York is the main server I run on. And I will keep Seattle, Washington. That is directly across the country from me. So that'll give a little example of the difference. So then just hit start. Shouldn't take too long. RTT is your return time. So I'm getting 41 milliseconds return time. That bandwidth right there, that's the highest that Twitch is going to show you. I'm well over this mark of 10,000. Quality 100. As you can see, New York is 40 milliseconds. Same. Seattle will probably come in around 5, 6, 7,000. 93 milliseconds. About 5,600 for Seattle. So yeah. So that's why I'm going to use these two, because they are the closest, and I just don't trust Twitch's auto recommend feature. So once you got that, once you know where you are, that's where we're going to need to know for the bitrate. I mean, obviously, if you have this, then bitrate is not going to be a problem. So we can just minimize this. Might have to come back to it as a reference. Back to Twitch. So if you did that test and you still don't want to, if you want to use auto recommend, like I said, you can, but I'm not. I know what server I want. It's a New York one with Virginia being my backup. And that's it for this screen. Then you want to go to your output screen. Make sure you are on advanced. You want the advanced tab. Audio track, keep it at 1. I'm not going to get into different audio tracks and how to do all the mixes, because I don't do that. My stream consists of the game sound. I play music in the background and my voice. That's it. I use the basic audio and everything works. Encoder. Now this is going to vary. Software 264. That is if you want to record using your CPU. And NVENC is NVIDIA if you want to use your GPU to do all the encoding, rendering, and basically that. If you have an AMD card, it is going to say something different here. I'm not sure what, because I do not have an AMD card. The difference about these two is, it's going to, a lot of factors come into play. For my situation, I have a single PC setup. I have a NVIDIA EVGA 1070 card and an i7 6700 Skylake quad core, okay? The CPU can handle if I put all this stuff on the CPU, it can handle it, but it's pushing it because I stream at a very high rate. So I usually just use my graphics card. Make sure that's checked. Rescale output, leave that unchecked. You're going to rescale later on if you want to rescale. Rate control, keep that on CBR. Don't ever use this one. Basically everyone uses CBR. Bitrate. Now this is probably the most important part here. Twitch will only allow a 6,000 bit rate. That's the highest that they allow. And what this bit rate is, for people that don't know, it's how good of quality you're sending. I mean, you can send 1920 by 1080 and everything on high, but have the bit rate down low, it's going to look like shit. But if you have higher quality settings, you want this 6,000 bit rate to carry that high quality settings to your viewers. Which brings me to my next point. If you're new, just starting out on streaming, you're going to want this number lower. I would recommend 2,500 to start, because this doesn't just give a problem on your side, it gives a problem to viewers. If you have this up at 6,000 bit rate, and somebody on a mobile phone with really slow internet speed is trying to view you, they won't be able to view you with 6,000 bit rate. But if you have a 2,500, 3,500 bit rate, you're going to have more options for your viewers to watch you. And until you get transcoding, where your viewers can select the resolution, I would keep it between 2,500 and 4,000. But if you want to go up and you're not sure what your system can handle, like I said, you can refer back to this test. If this test is showing this 10,000 plus, then you'll be good in that 6,000 bit rate, anywhere from 5 to 6,000. But again, it goes, how many people in your house are using the internet to upload, and a lot of factors come into play with upload speed. I have nobody that uploads stuff when I stream, so that's just me, so I use the max. But I would recommend anyone who is starting out to use 2,500 to 4,500 and then go up from there. Bitrate is kind of just trial and error. Like, it took me a while until I found the right setup for me. Everybody's going to be different. So if you have any questions about the bitrate or any of these, just please leave a comment and I will answer it. I get notifications, so I can answer them pretty quick. Keyframe intervals, put that at 2. Keep it at 2. Now, what I'm going to show you is for the best quality you can get and what I can get out of my system. Preset here, we will do high quality. If you need to, you will do high performance. It'll speed things up. It just takes away from quality. Don't ever go down here. You don't need to do that. Profile, I keep it on main. You don't need to go on high. Main is just as good. Level, 4.2. If you have a slower PC, not too strong, go ahead and hit 2.2. Or you can keep this on auto if you would like. This next part here is a tricky one. There were arguments about this 2-pass encoding. I like it, but then I don't like it. I mean, it will basically, it's basically what it does is what it says. It'll pass through twice to get, a better resolution. But it takes a lot more GPU. And I notice when I unclick it, I don't get any FPS drops, and the quality is really hard to tell. You can't tell much, so I go with that unclicked. I don't think that's needed for the little bit that it gives. B-frames, you want 2. GPU, let that go at 0. And if you want to record, I don't record while I stream. If I want my streaming video, I can just download it after I'm done streaming. Sometimes I'll go play and I don't have a recorder, and then I'll use just my recorder when I don't feel like streaming. Pretty much the same. Going down here, recording format, you want MP4, audio track 1, recording, whatever you're using, your GPU or your CPU. Don't touch that. You don't want nothing there. CBR. Now this is where you can put your bitrate up, because you're just recording. You're not uploading. So I put mine up to 6,500. Keyframe intervals 2. Preset, high quality again. Profile, main again. Level 4.2. You can use 2-pass encoding while recording because you're not streaming it. So I do just keep that on. Same GPU 0, B-frames 2. Audio tracks, I do not fuck with them. They are all default. And then that will be it for here. Let me take a sip of coffee. I will let you catch up. All right. Now remember, I just said I just started streaming back in April, so I'm not a professional. I'm not a full-time gamer. I stream for fun. I do this for fun. I have a full-time job and a family, so If I got time to do it, I got time to do it. Audio. Many different ways this can go depending on what you have. Desktop audio device 1 is whatever your main audio device is. For me, it's Astro A50 Game. Click that. Sometimes you have to click it twice because it doesn't go through. All you have to do is just look right here, make sure that it's in. If it didn't go in, just go back to disabled and then click it again. See, that time it didn't go. Now it went through, so there. Desktop audio device 2, for example, mine is headset earphone Astro A50 voice. What that is any Discord, TeamSpeak, in-game chat, Skype, anything that's coming through as voice will go here. So I have the option to be able to change it. You know, I have an Astro A50 Game here, and then the voice of people. So if I don't want my stream to hear the people talking, I can just turn that down or mute it. And I'm still going to be able to hear it on my end, but the stream won't. Maybe somebody's, you know, I'm with somebody and they're a low talker. I can crank that up a little bit. That's what I use. And then your microphone, I use Voice Meter, which is this program with the Astro A50. It is a shitty mic. I need the extra boost for my voice because if I don't have it, it just doesn't work good. I will put a tutorial video out on this. This took me weeks to figure out, and weeks of a lot of trial and error to get the right type of settings going in, what it all does. So I will do a video on that for sure, especially if you need some sort of boost to your mic and you can't afford, you know, there's good recording microphones out there and software, but like I said, I'm just here for fun. Like, I'm not going to go out and buy all that stuff. So that should be it. I mean, if you have two, you might have two audio devices. You can put them in there. Let's go to video. Video, your base canvas resolution, not your desktop resolution. Because if we check here, my desktop resolution is 4K. My games, I play in 4K, but you're not sending 4K video to Twitch. It's going to be downscale no matter what. So by you putting anything here like 4K or whatever for streaming, it's a waste of resources. Now, if you're recording, that's a different story. If you want to record and get, you know, 2K or 4K resolution, then you might want to change this. But for streaming, since I stream out of 1080, my base canvas is going to be 1080. Some people tell you different, but I noticed when I had this set as that, I was getting a lot more FPS drops because, again, the system was doing unneeded operations. So I keep that at 1080. Now, if you want to downscale to 720, which I recommend for some people, some games, if you're newer starting out, go to 720. But best option for quality is 1080 though. Downscale filter. This was broken for a little bit on Streamlabs, but it's fixed now. So I use 32. You can use 16 for a little bit lower end PCs. Do not ever use that. I've never seen that able to work. FPS type, common, unless you, for some reason, want something higher, but like 100, but, you know, why would you? Twitch only allows 60. So, common, I use 60. You can do 30 if you're at a lower end PC, but I do 60. That covers everything in the video and audio section. Next ones are just your basic, you know, hotkeys. I don't need these anymore. Which I don't use hotkeys. I will show you something better than hotkeys for Streamlabs because I have a lot of hotkeys to a lot of other programs, so it starts to get confusing after a while. Advanced, pretty much process priority normal for me. If you have a below average PC build, you might want to put this priority as a little bit above, but it's going to affect your games. Possibly. That's something you're going to have to play with on your own. But I wouldn't recommend touching it, and just keep that as normal. Color format. You should have, if you have an AMD card, it's going to look different. But for NVIDIA, use N12. Color space, you want 709, and color range, I use full. That's going to get you the best quality. Again, I'm going for best quality, and that's what I'm showing you. Audio, you don't need to worry about that. Stream delay. Stream delay for those pesky stream fucking snipers. It's there if you want it. I don't need it. I don't really care. If you want to come stream snipe me, the way I see it is, hey, you're an extra viewer sitting in my channel. I don't see what the point of stream sniping is, but be my guest. That's it for advanced menu. Scene collections you do not have to worry about right now. Notifications. Make sure you have these notifications on, because this is what's going to let you know if you're streaming, if you have any skipped frames, dropped frames, lagged frames. And then appearance is pretty much nothing. I mean, I prefer the night mode over light mode. And that's about it. I enabled the better Twitch TV emotes and Frankie Face emotes. That's up to you. Now, instead of hotkeys, I highly recommend this. Take your cell phone, whatever you have, iOS or Android. Scan this code. And when you scan this code, it'll take you to your app store to download the Streamlabs remote. And it'll connect and everything. And when you're live streaming, you have control over everything. Meaning, if you only have one screen, you know, this remote comes in handy, because you can mute the webcam, you can shut off the webcam, you can switch scenes, you can do basically everything from just one click on the phone, and it's instant that it takes into effect. Where if you have two screens, yeah, you can, but I have something set up on my other screen, so I don't like having Streamlabs set up on my other screen. But I really like this app. It works great, and I would recommend you using the app too. So that's it for all the settings. You know, there is no save button. Just go ahead and hit done, and then your settings are good to go. Now, what I would recommend doing is try and do a test stream. With the settings you just put in, try and do a test stream of any game. And how you're going to do that is, you're going to go to Twitch. You are going to, where are we going to here? We are going to Dashboard. And yeah, this one. All right, here we go. Copy this. Question mark bandwidth test equals true. Once you do that, go up to stream. Put this at the end of your stream key. All right, I'm going to show this stream key, but I will change it after we're done. So that's right there. Bandwidth test equals true. That is going to allow you to do a test stream without actually going live. So you'll be connecting the servers, you'll be playing your game, and that's when you can make in-game adjustments to see if you're going to be lagging or whatnot. And it depends what game you're playing. But whatever game you're going to be streaming, if you're going to do this test stream, get into a heavy graphics area part of the game. Like, for example, I played Battlefield 4. So I'm going to go into a server that is full, and I'm going to try and get into a jet or a helicopter and make quick moves, get close to the ground, and see if I have any FPS drops or lags. And that's what you're going to want to do. So once you do that, you know, you close out of this. And once you go live, you can click go live and it's not gonna, oh, we can do this right now. I will show you how to do this. Let me just make sure that that is in there. Oh, shit up. Bandwidth test, yep. Okay. So, go ahead and click go live. Confirm, go live. Now you guys should still be able to see what I'm seeing, yes. Then go back to Twitch and view details in Twitch Inspector. Gotta log into Twitch for some reason. Authorize it. Alright. As you can see, you're now streaming live, but not to Twitch. And this is where you can pretty much see what's going on. Now, when you're in game actually doing something, you're going to see spikes. And what your bit rate is, you want it around that. If you had it set around 2500, then it should be around this area. You'll have some spikes and some dips, but that's not going to be probably when you're in the game. That'll probably be in loading screens or something. But that's alright. And then that's like average bit rate right now for me says that I have it at 6,000. It'll go to 6,000 once I'm actually playing. But this is a good tool to have. If you have two screens, which I do, it's great. You can just take this, move it over to the other screen, and you know, you can start up a game, keep an eye on that, and just play through. I would recommend doing that before going any farther. Just play for like 20 minutes of your favorite game, whatever game you choose, and see if there's any problems. If there's problems, tweak them at a small pace. So we can. Alright, well, my recording shut off there, so I had to start another recording. But yeah, you turn off go live and then go back up to your stream key and make sure that you take that out, which I already did. I gotta put in a new stream key now because I showed it on stream. But just take out everything that you put in, which was the question mark, bandwidth test equals true. Just copy that, paste it, copy and cut it out, and you're good to go. You can use the same stream key. So I think that covers everything on here. One last thing I want to add that I forgot is the encoder. If you do end up using and are able to use the software, your CPU, which runs this software 264, it is going to give you a clearer picture. But again, you probably should have a separate PC for that. Unless, if you're at low quality settings and a small bit rate, you can try and use this first. It's going to give you a better picture quality overall, but I don't have strong enough CPU to do that. And when you are streaming, though, just make sure that unnecessary programs are closed. I mean, you don't need programs open. Let me show you here. You know, Google Chrome takes quite a bit of memory, so you could get rid of Google Chrome. Anything you don't need open while streaming and playing, get rid of it. I'll have Discord, Streamlabs chatbot open, and the game. That is about it. You don't want anything else open. Like I said, those are the settings I run. And I am overclocked. 270, which I want to bump this up to 90. Since I just had to do a fresh Windows update, gotta get my boost clock back. We will put that profile 6. Oh, 6 is that, okay. All right, and now I'll go down the tray. All right, so that's it for this tutorial video. I hope it helps get you set up if you are interested in getting into streaming. My advice to you is don't expect a lot. I stream for fun. I don't have the equipment set up. I do have a webcam. I have a small following group, and that's all I really wanted. Like, I wasn't looking to become anything more. I like my job. my family. So, I do this shit for fun. People will try and stream snipe you and give you all that shit. Who cares? Uh, it's just a game. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Any questions or anything, please leave comments. Like the video if you like it. The next video will be more setting up your scenes now. Getting your scenes set up for playing. And I will show you what I mean. Like, this is my starting scene. You got your starting soon screen, live scene, be back soon screen, and your ending scene. All this stuff, I will do another tutorial for that. That'll be next. I will also be doing a tutorial on Streamlabs chatbot and voice meter output. Everything that I used for streaming, I will make a tutorial video on. Go back to here. There is a chatbot that is integrated in. They just integrated it, so I am not going to use this until they are done with it. Once they are done with it, I will use it. Yeah, hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching. Hope it helps, and I will catch you next time.